Vibration, think of a pendulum. Take a pendulum, you got that point at the top, and swing a pendulum, and anything that vibrates, anything that oscillates, moves between 2 points of rest, 2 poles. And at the point where it goes at one point and it stops, that is the point of absolute rest. That is no time. At the point where it's at the very bottom, right from the point, right straight down, perpendicular, vertical, that point right there is when it's moving at its absolute speed. Then it's got to go uphill, and then it stops, and now you're at a point of absolute rest. So this oscillation that's created is called a frequency, right? And if you were to measure that mathematically, it's a sine wave. And at the very top of, say, the sine wave, the peak, that's the point of absolute rest. As it moves down and it's moving down, that right in the middle is the point of absolute speed, and then it goes to the point of absolute rest. Now, absolute rest is no time. Source energy, there's no space and there's no time. There's no separation. So then the slowest frequency then, in that point where it starts oscillating, you can see the slower frequencies are touching source a lot less. As the frequencies get faster, as the points of absolute speed and the points of absolute rest get closer and closer together, you're touching source more because you're touching no time more.
Interesting.
So now you feel more whole, you feel more love, you feel more freedom, you feel more faster frequencies, more bliss, more wholeness because there's less separation.
Interesting.
So now the fastest frequencies, Planck constant, the frequency is so fast, take a centimeter of this frequency and there's enough energy to create the entire universe.
Wow.
That's how much energy is in there, okay?
Wow.
So you get to a point where the points of absolute speed and the points of absolute rest merge. That point, that non-vibratory state, has an infinite number of potentials, an enormous amount of power. It is the source of everything physical and material, right? So then energy slows down, and as it slows down, it has its own characteristics, and it reaches a point where it can no longer be whole. When it reaches a point where it no longer can be whole, it separates, it bursts, and now you have light and photons and electrons and positive charge and negative charge and past and future and sound, and the frequency slows all the way down into density, right? So then our job then is to take all of our attention off our body, off our environment and time, and really move to a place where we're conscious of nothing but you as an awareness. And when you do that, that point of where you become pure consciousness is the door to the quantum field.
Wow.
That's where we start interacting with different energies and frequencies. So we use this model to help people understand that the closer